Hello lovelies, we've had some interesting things happen during this what I can only call it's like a heart activation, obviously heartbreak, and then your heart opens up and it allows a lot of healing to take place. I've had some very strange happenings over the last 48 hours. So we'll see what happens, see what the messages are. I'm shouting because the ringing on the left hand side is off the scale today. And I wasn't sure. I mean, now I've worked out that I can do a live and then download it. I thought I may as well. So I've done my own cards. Let's see what messages we get for the collective. The energy, opportunities from the highest level, protected. Eight of Pentacles with the Empress at the bottom, but we'll go into that after. And then Oracle Fairies, if anyone's interested in what cards I'm using. Oops. So I guess there's not really a rush when it's live, which is quite nice. So let's have something to back up the Eight of Pentacles. Messages from fairies for the collective. Opportunity, energy. I don't know what that was. Where did it go? Fell on the floor. Divination. And friendship. Nice. And oh, sun's coming out. Thank God for that. How are we all doing? I've got the heating on. Freezing. I'm not prepared to stick a jumper on in July. Just not doing it. So put the heating on instead. So, yeah. Eight of Pentacles, divination. Collective messages from the fairies. Opportunities. What would you like us to know? To go, oh my days, that's a lot, but I'm going to take it all anyway. Mental repetition at the bottom. So let's have a look. What have we got? We've got answers within. Blimey. There's a lot coming out. So we've got meditation. I'll go through all these. Awareness. Release. Negativity. Blimey. Forward movement. And unconditional love. Where to start? Where to start? Okay, so let's start with the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, and we're in the year of the Eight, is to keep going. Whatever it is that you're doing, perfect it. It's perfection. It's going over, but it is keep going. As you can see, she's weaving a basket, but she's getting help. She's calling in some help. but it is about learning. Eights are about learning your skill, but being happy in doing your skill, whatever it is. There's so much to get through here. But yeah, so eights are keep going, keep perfecting, studying, whatever it is. Eight of Pentacles. Now, 8 is just one on from the 9 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles is you know, being, I mean, 8's good, you know, monetary-wise, abundance-wise. 9, it's just one up from 9, which is, you know, complete contentment within yourself, not relying on anything outside of yourself. We've got divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. And as you can see, she's taken herself into the woods. She's lit a fire. She's got her candles burning. Your preference of divination could be anything. It's kind of daydreaming. I'm going to just move that, that's it. It's kind of daydreaming. Divination is when we're in between worlds, if you like, and that's when inspiration comes to us. I mean, it could mean actually getting out some cards, playing with different forms of divination. But that's what it's asking us to do. But this could also be practicing, getting your skills right, keep going with whatever it is that you're doing. And sometimes it does happen, you know, she's on her own. And people can actually, you know, get messages from just staring into fires or staring at the sky or whatever it is that puts you in that in-between state where you can then get answers. So, where to start? Where to start? Meditation. I mean, meditation, divination, they kind of go along the same lines. So it could be a form of getting into beginning to meditate or remember to meditate. Practice your meditation. If you could even be somebody who's working at being, I don't know what they call them, you know, where you speak meditatively. It's keep going, keep practicing. Then we had awareness. So obviously this is, oh, as you can see there, it's like the spiral, it's like the snail spiral, number 30. But it's almost like the all-seeing, all-knowing. Once you see something or once you're aware of something, you can't then, well, you possibly can, but it's very, very difficult to then just switch that off, that awareness that you've developed. And we can see here that it's the baby is in the middle of the snail, and it's this constant awareness of surroundings, of energies, of signs, of symbols, you know, seeing the rainbows. But it is almost like, that's almost like the cosmos. So it's this internal, it never stops. We never stop developing our awareness of new things. And that could come in meditation as well. Now, release. So we've got another full moon coming up. And obviously during that time between the new moon and the full moon, which is what I said at the beginning, it's a time for release. So this is and it's a 5. Is it a 5? It's a 5 as well, so a time of change. But you can see that, you know, she's got this lightning that's in her hand, and she's sending it down to the earth. She's sending it back to where it came. It's time to let go of anything that we might have been holding on to. Bottom of the deck was mental repetition, so it could be thought patterns that need to be changed and released, or people, places, situations, a way of doing things. But in this colour that I'm getting, it's blue, and as I'm saying this, I can feel my throat chakra is playing up a bit. So this could be releasing or learning a way of releasing that which no longer serves us through either speaking, singing, writing, anything that is vocalized. Release. I mean, dancing's really good as well, but because it's blue and I'm getting this throat chakra thingy, I'm guessing that it's noticing where the blockages are. We've got negativity, 17, but 1 and 7 again is a number 8. And, you know, it's recognising there's a new moon there as well. So I think this is probably the shift from the new into the... Recognising where the negativity is. Is it something that's outside of us, or is it something that's in us? Becoming aware. Having that awareness of what feels right, what doesn't feel right. Having that awareness of your thought, God, of your thought patterns. Where am I thinking negatively? And then bringing that to light. So many cards fell, it's unreal. And then we've got forward movement. So obviously after this process of going through divination, sitting alone, practicing our skills, meditating, having more awareness, releasing what's no longer serving us, releasing any negative thought patterns within ourselves or around us, you know, that is literally moving forward. Progress forward. Progress forward can't come until we've cleared out. We can't lug all this stuff around with us. And as you know what I mean, she's being pulled along by butterflies. So she's not heavy. She's lightened up. She's lightened up her load. Answers within. So yeah, this is like literally bit of hermit mode. Going in, it could be inner child work, but it's going in, listening to our dreams. Again, some might be coming out in meditation, but listening to our dreams and finding the light within, which is what I'm getting at. The answers lie within, and always within our heart. The head can be, you know, trying to switch your mental chatter off can be a challenge in itself. But once you get to that space of being able to do that, then you can move into your heart space, and you know that's where the answers lie. And then we've got unconditional love. Now people get, and this is so beautiful, look at them, they're both shining. I see you. I see you. Unconditional love. They're looking at each other, they're admiring each other's colours unconditionally. Now people get confused with unconditional love. They confuse unconditional love with accepting people's bad behaviour. I've done it myself. You know, I unconditionally love somebody does not mean that you put up with bad behaviour. You can unconditionally love people from afar because that's where your boundaries have to come in. But obviously, unconditional love is you've got to unconditionally love yourself before you can unconditionally love anyone. And I think a good exercise in this is to, you know, I always had a problem with my feet. I didn't like my feet. And I was looking at them yesterday in the garden and I thought, oh my God, I've neglected them, right? So I spent the whole of last night, I had a foot bath whilst everyone was watching the football, you know. I tidied them up, I painted my toenails, I looked after them properly. It's when we can unconditionally accept those parts of ourselves that aren't that we previously didn't like before, and give that unconditional love to ourselves. We can then share it with other people. And again, that is a purple. It's a mind space. It's thoughts. Whoa, so that was quite a lot to get through. And then bottom of the deck, we've got the Empress. She unconditionally loves herself, but she unconditionally loves other people as well. She might, you know, it's about saying, okay, well, that's the way you are and that's the way you think, but I still love you. It's finding that common ground, but she's nurturing. She's also pregnant with ideas, but she is the divine feminine. She has embodied all the other queens, kings, and gone into her heart space. And it's a very good energy to be in, especially when, you know, we need to take care of ourselves a little bit better, but also take care of other people. But it's harvest time. She's reaping her rewards. This is her sitting there being open to receiving and fertile with new ideas, new possibilities. Also, bottom of the deck here, we had friendships. Now, this is a beautiful card. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. And that's a call out. That's a call out. That's my vibe attracts my tribe. Who's going to support me? Who encourages me? Who, you know, if you have to embody that as well, but also it's about recognizing, you know, who's not. But again, Eight of Pentacles. This is collective. She's getting help, you know, and they've represented it here by nature, I guess, the animals, but also friendships, collective supportive friends. Right, and we've covered mental repetition. So answers within, negativity, moving forward, becoming more aware through meditation, divination. Where am I going? Let's get some more. But friendships, again, it's a purple. So it's a mind space thing. And so is the unconditional love. Right. What more can we have on the Eight of Pentacles? Eight of Pentacles. Anything else on the Eight? Right, they fell out over there. So let's have a look. Unconditional love, Ace of Cups. Like I said before, a broken heart is an open heart, regardless of how it's come about. But the Ace of Cups is, I fill my own cup. You have to fall in love with yourself before you can truly, unconditionally love anyone else. That's why a lot of relationships are codependent, and you know the foundations of them aren't in the right place because people haven't done the work inwardly. So unconditional love, I fill my own cup first. I do what makes me happy. I don't rely or look outside of myself to fill this cup. Or it's falling in love. And then the Queen of Pentacles, so that's exactly it. The Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups together. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't chase, she creates. She is the queen of her own kingdom. She sits and she waits. Well, she doesn't even wait. Things just come to her. She's worked hard to get to this Queen of Pentacles state because she's filled her own cup. She's fallen in love not only with herself but with everything that she does. She doesn't do, you know, she doesn't need to do anything. So that's quite interesting. And they both fell out on unconditional love. So I'm definitely feeling that, you know, this Queen of Pentacles, and again it's purple, is unconditional love for herself before she can unconditionally love anybody else. Let's keep going. And the Three of Swords, so like I said, and that was answers within, and it also fell out on unconditional love. But the Three of Swords is sorrow, it's heartache, it's loss, it's like I said, a broken heart is an open heart. But they're taking time to release, they're taking time to cry, you know, to let go, to sit in that sorrow. We are human. If we ever get to the point where we aren't heartbroken, then that's, you know, when the real work needs to be done. But that fell out over here as well. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Now she's a head over heart. Oh, she fell. She fell on the Ace of Cups. So again, this could be also, I saw a really interesting post this morning, I'm going to post it, where you've got this woman who's half black, half white. She's got a black raven on one side, a white raven on the other. She's embodied the two. So the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups. The Queen of Swords, like, she's got a harp there, so she's obviously singing. But the Queen of Swords, you know, is very much in her headspace. Her head talks over her heart, if you like. She's discernment. She's got strong boundaries. She says it as it is. If the answer is no, it's no. And she doesn't require any, you know, explanation for that, and she can actually just cut people off very easily, because she knows her worth, because she's been through the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, the healing stage, the Five of Swords, you know, fuckery, mind games, people not actually being honest, and then she's acquired this Queen of Swords because you don't mess. But obviously that fell out on the Ace of Cups, and the Hermit at the bottom, answers within. If you can see again, He's gone into the darkness to find the light. And that's exactly what she's done. She's, you know, left this bright world. She's gone into the night to find what the answers that she's looking for. Let's keep going. This one's going to be a long one, I can tell. So much fell out. But like I say, we're having a massive clear out leading up to this next full moon, which is in Capricorn. So very organised, down to earth. Ten of Cups. Now that fell out on release and awareness. So the Ten of Cups is, let's just talk about the Ten of Cups first, is about, you know, filling all your cups, having all your cups filled. It's that overwhelming sense of, oh my God, I'm content. Just imagine you've got 10 cups in front of you and you're picking each cup up, and, you know, they represent something. It can be relationships, it can be work, it can be, you know, whatever it is. Your 10 of Cups is obviously individual to everybody. But when they're all full, it's that feeling of like, there's nothing I need, you know. I mean, I'm content. Everything's full. And again, that fell out on release and awareness. So it's about asking us, are we aware of what our Ten of Cups means to us? What does it look like? And also, are we going to release, or are we ready to release what's not feeling our Ten of Cups? So it's having that awareness of looking in each cup and seeing if, you know, making sure that it's full, releasing what's not serving us. And then bottom of the deck. Ooh. There's so many, I don't know where to put them all. So I'm going to put the Ten of Cups with the Ace of Cups, and then release and awareness with King of Cups at the bottom. So this is the divine masculine in his heart space. He's creative, you know, he's romantic. He might not tell you that though, because he's very, I'm going to keep this to myself and I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to watch and I'm going to let it play out. So whereas the Queen of Swords is very outspoken and this is how it is, and, you know, the King of Cups could be asking us to actually go into that energy of the King of Cups and just, you know, keep just, he's kind of poker faced. He's not in his head space. He's not like mentally calculated or anything, but he's just in his heart space. But he's comfortable there. He's comfortable to sit back and just observe. And it might be asking us to get into this energy of just observing, which is a masculine energy in the heart space. I don't know, I feel like I sound muffled, but I don't know if that's coming across. Could be the earplugs, who knows. Right, and then I think I'm going to, we'll just get one more, because there's quite a lot here. And that's the Hermit. So again, it's that with, and that came out earlier, didn't it, as well? So it's the answers are within, and sometimes that can be a little bit of withdrawal from the outside world. It's not necessarily isolation, but it's just, again, with the King of Cups, it's just going in and being observant. The answers are within, the light is within. If everything around feels like darkness, and this has been said a lot, you are possibly the light. But answers within requires us to do the inner work, to meditate, to release, to become aware, to look at negativity, whatever negativity means to you. You know, so I'm gonna yeah, that's just repeating itself, but the Hermit and answers within with the Star card at the bottom. So here we, with the normal tarot with the Star card, she's naked. She's this one isn't. But the Star card is obviously wish fulfillments, but it's also about stripping down to your vulnerability. There is strength in vulnerability. Obviously, I mean, you've got to work hard on your Queen of Swords to know your own boundaries and know when someone's overstepping them. But the Star card is healing, galactic, you know, whatever you want to call it, but she's easily pouring the jugs of water. She's got her foot in her emotions in the water, and she's you know, it's not, it looks easy. She's just pouring from one into the other, and there just seems to be this endless flow. But it's especially good for healing, and obviously wishing upon a star kind of reminds me of these friendship cards. They do look very star-like, calling out for, you know. What was I gonna do? Right, I'm gonna check the. It's called Murder of Crows. I mean, I don't think there's anything. I think that's what they call a group of crows, maybe even ravens as well. I'm not sure, but I just call them the Raven cards because I love ravens. And we see what comes out with these. If it just repeats itself, then obviously I'll move on to the Labyrinth fairies. But is there anything else we need to know with the Eight of Pentacles? Divination, meditation. I mean, I think I might even have to go back and watch this myself. Is there anything else we need to know? Eight of Pentacles. Practicing your skills. Keep going. Six of Pentacles. So this is about equal balance. This is about giving and receiving in equal, if you can imagine scales, it's equal giving and receiving. And this could be what we're being asked to do. It fell out on top of the Hermit and answers within. So it could be that we're being asked to look at equal balance of giving and receiving, whether it's monetary, I mean the pentacles represent, but you know, financial stuff, but also it's in energy. It can be receiving gifts, but it's in equal balance. So the Hermit and the answers within could be asking us, where is there imbalance of giving and receiving? But the Six of Pentacles is usually gifts coming in, gifts from the universe. Like I say, whatever your Ten of Cups is what the gifts could be. Doesn't always. We've got the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to keep going. So anything else on the Eight of Pentacles? Well, that landed on divination. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is a very powerful magnificent manifester, but she's also, she goes in, does the inner work. She goes in and works with her shadow. I don't know, I mean, some of these pictures, I don't know who done the artwork. But yeah, she's the shadow queen. She goes in, she hasn't got a problem going into hermit mode, working through her shadow and then coming out with this magnificent wand and then using it in whatever way, you know, but very fiery, very passionate, confident, and makes very good business decisions, but definitely doesn't mind going in and doing the work. And maybe that's why half of her face is kind of down into her chest. I don't know, because yeah, these are new, still working with them. Don't know what that was. 8 of Pentacles. So I'll just have that as confirmation. He's now in this 8 of Pentacles. He's got a quill in his hand. Let's have a look at this. Right, I'm just going to leave those there, like that. Now, like I said before, the 8 of Pentacles is about working your craft, you know, mastering your skills, making sure that they're right, making sure that that basket can hold whatever it is that you want to put in it. The 8 of Pentacles here, it looks like, you know, he's got this shadow of, I call them ravens, but whatever you like. He's white, the shadow's dark, and he's also writing it down, so it's getting everything in order. Now, emotionally, this could be, where is it? Release, meditation, negativity. He could actually be writing down what it is that he wants to release after going into hermit mode. So that's an alternative way of looking at the 8 of Pentacles, you know, when we're mastering our skills, and one of those skills could be writing, but we're also being asked to release and have some awareness. He's definitely got awareness of his own shadow and he's using it. And then bottom of the deck, we've got the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is moving on. Now that's got a full moon in it, so this is why I love these cards, is because some of them have got moons in, and it kind of gives us a little bit of a time scale. So this one here has the new moon, which we've not long had, and obviously there's negativity, so it's about processing negativity, whether it be inwardly or outwardly. And then we've got this bottom of the deck was the 8 of Cups with this full moon, which we're coming up to. 8 of Cups is moving on. These I've had a look in my cups. I've had a look in my 10 of Cups. Some of these things aren't fulfilling me, so I'm going to move away, move on to newer waters. 8 of Cups, right, let's do a couple more. Should we move on to the Labyrinth fairies? Maybe just one more? I mean, 8 of Cups is the 8 of Cups. It's moving on. I'm not fulfilled. I've had enough. 9 of Swords. So yeah, a little bit of anxiety around that. Maybe even a little bit of anxiety about going in and doing the work. But that's not unusual. The anxiety is often in our head, and it's often when we're unsure of what's going to happen next. But the energy that we need to move into is we have no idea. Kind of. That's where you're at your most powerful. And the Queen of Wands knows that. She goes in, she faces her shadow, and you know, regardless of how dark it is, comes out and says, right, here I've now got this wand, I'm going to use it. I'm going to take it into the world. But doesn't necessarily, you know where she's going. It's a very powerful place to be when you let go of your need to control outcomes. That takes a lot of practice, and this is coming from somebody who obviously wanted to control everything. Right, so we're going to get the Brian Freud. Oh, look, just chucking themselves everywhere today. I said there was a lot going on. I mean, tell me in the comments if you're feeling it. But twice we've had the Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, mastering your arts, mastering your whatever it is you're learning. It's keep going. Right. See what the Penelope the Dream Weaver. I mean, they jumped a little bit too quick. Singer of Healing and the Feline. So again, it's obviously we are the masters of our own manifestations. I think this is, see, she's got the ball in one hand. Her fingers are all lit up in the other. All of her antennae are on fire, if you like. So that's having done the work to get everything online. She's master. Now, this is someone meddling. The Singer of Healing is obviously going in and understanding that we have to heal ourselves, and then we are the healers. But obviously it's healing coming through. And the feline says, clean up behind you. Don't leave, you know, a trail of unfinished business. It's got to be tidied up. I'm going to pop them all back in because I think they might have just flopped off the top of the deck because I wasn't 100% ready. I wasn't 100% ready for all this, but hey. So let's try again. If they come back out, then obviously... Eight of Pentacles. What message have you got? My labyrinth fairies. That fell out over here, so I'm going to leave that there. That is the Green Woman. She is like the Divine Feminine. She's so, look at, she's mischievous. She's funny, you know. It's probably trying to find the lighter side of light. And that fell out on the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So I'm going to leave her there and get back to that. Anything else? The Singer of Courage. Now that fell out over here on the Eight of Pentacles, but it fell more on release and awareness. So let's have a little look at that. We'll go to her first, number 23. Just to get a recap. So, let me hold her up. Can you see her? Wildness, natural magic, expectant gratitude and untamed creativity. The Green Woman speaks to us of caring for our ground and of physical satisfaction of being our natural selves and practicing our own innate magic. This is the time for enhancing the growth of our talents and abilities, which is the Eight of Pentacles, and obviously it came out with divination as well. A time of blossoming that will bear fruit. Empress. She also reminds us of a material reward ahead, the harvest of seeds we have planted and nurtured, and she counsels boldness and perseverance in the face of adversity. Yet she also reminds us that sometimes the only action we need take is to wait patiently and keep growing. I do love these cards. I do love them. So yeah, basically that's rounded up everything. Keep going, keep growing. There is something coming in, which is the Six of Pentacles. It's going to be an equal exchange of give and take. But we do need to do... So she fell out on the Queen of Wands, so I'm going to leave her there. And if there is any anxiety, obviously, unconditionally love yourself, even down to the parts that you don't particularly like. And then we have the Singer of Courage, which is a number 8 as well. All the 8s. How beautiful. Oh, I'm not going to bother picking that up. There we go, number 8, the Singer of Courage. This is bravery, sublimation, sublimation of fear and moral strength. Most people have decided by the age of 3 or 4 what they must do in order to survive. From this decision, this belief about how the world is, most of our fears and self-limitations grow. Have we the courage to discover and break through these limiting beliefs, to awaken to the greater possibilities and go for our objectives? We need to transcend our fears and accept the gift of courage. So that fell out on Release, which is quite a beautiful card, and they're both very colourful, and Awareness. So it's asking us to understand that, yeah, from the age of 0 to 7 are our foundations, and we may have heard some stuff that we has been embodied into our subconscious, which needs releasing, which needs to be brought to light, which needs to come to the surface, to be made aware of, that they are not ours, they are limiting beliefs that have actually just, you know, been imprinted, if you like, from our parents, from their parents, from stuff that we had at school. But it needs, like I say, this one, she's gone back into childhood, and that will help with this 8 of Pentacles, but it takes courage. And again, with this one, it's like there's magic here, but it's our fears. We need to overcome them. Queen of Wands doesn't have a problem going into the dark to work on her shadow. And that's what it is. But in that shadow, we are the light. I would say that's inner child work, definitely. What number was that? 19. So that's a 10. That's a cycle completed. But there's healing there. We've got the star for healing, and it's forward movement. Blimey. The undressing of a salad. Now that is definitely about unravelling stuff. Is that a, no, right, so that's a 4. So that's about, again, going in, undoing the calamity of bloody stuff that we leave around. Did she come out earlier? So we've got the Dark Lady, we've got the Friends, we've got Death, and we've got... Okay, let's have a look at these. They do kind of feel like they are repeating themselves. But the Dark Lady, which is number 20, is about creative magic, which is a bit like the unconscious power, wisdom, rituals, mysteries and secrets. There she is. So we may reach the realm of the Dark Lady through grief, through deep surrender, through ecstasy, or through profound ritual. This card in a reading suggests that a time to withdraw from the ordinary world, to revitalise ourselves through retreat, surrender and source. Unity. It's a time of preparation for rebirth, of restoration and regeneration. What is hidden is getting ready to be revealed. Celebrate this passage through the unknown, rich, fertile, hidden realms of the Dark Lady. It's the time in the natural circle of life when we open ourselves to receive the flowing energy of Himself. Card number 17, which obviously is an 8 as well. When we become powerful, overflowing with life force, it may also be a time of self-awareness, self-knowledge and encounters with the hidden worlds. Meditate, retreat, seek serenity and inner peace. They're all the cards that were down, like I said. So we've got Friends as well. We've had this before too. This is finding people to journey with us. Bright ideas, new ideas, moving forward. But not, we can do it alone, but this is saying, 4 feet are better than 2. I shall put that there. Death is obviously rebirth, end of and new beginnings. I don't think that needs much explaining, but I am going to go into this the undressing of the salad. Balance, avoiding extremes, achieving the impossible and being impossible. Things are in motion and the outcome is impossible to predict, which is letting go of control of outcomes. A cool head is required to deal with this, as is the readiness to jump in whatever direction seems appropriate. Exercise cool judgment while staying ready for the unpredictable. Sudden changes of fortune may appear, good or bad, but they are in flux and can be rechanneled if necessary. Develop poise, stay calm. You can come out a winner here, but it is likely to take concentrated effort, which is what, sorry if I'm repeating myself, but that's what she's doing. She's concentrating on what it is that she's mastering. It's likely to use the power with delicacy and discretion. Now that's Queen of Swords. She's the Queen of discretion, discernment. And then, was that it? Oh no, then we have one more, 38. Light cast in shadows, spiritual guidance, illumination and riddles. You may be finding apparently random events and ideas are falling into a pattern and beginning to make sense to you. Things may be flowing more easily than you are accustomed to, and your decisions and choices may be bringing an unusually high degree of success. Psychic abilities, hunches, intuitions, foreknowings are becoming clearer and making more sense. Trust the process. She also brings psychic dreams, forelighting the future and illuminating the present. These dreams often speak in symbols as fairies are wont to do. So yeah, that's basically awareness. Things are coming to light. Meditation and divination. I'm going to close with a rose. I've probably been on here for about 2 hours. Is what it is. There was a lot to unpack. But that's so that you, like I say, these collective messages are opportunities. Nothing's set in stone, as we know. This is just the opportunity that we have at this moment collectively to do whatever has come out here. Might take a picture of all that. Just close with a rose. Let's close with a bunch of roses. The Anointed. Answer the call. Leadership, empowerment and soul gifts. That was at the bottom of the deck. Answer the call. So it is a wake-up call. But let's go through these because they all jumped out. So we've got the Great Mother, which again, I don't know where she's gone. The Empress. Surrender to the mystery. Fall into her arms. That's just that's unconditional love right there. That is like literally about saying trust the process. You are protected. I will look after you. You look after yourself. You treat yourself as if you were that you were a child. The Mystic Rose. Compassion, devotion, humility, humanity and grace. I mean, her crown chakra is on fire there. But it's the heart space that jumps out with this one. And then we have Trust the Seasons. Embracing change, cycles of life, transition and growth. And that's moving forward. I can see a moon in the background, but it looks like it's a balance of the sun and the moon. So midway, this is possibly midway. Lineage of the Rose. Moved by the goddess, here for this, soul call and gather. Find your tribe. I love you lots.